The PGA Championship celebrated 100 years of greatness with the centennial staging of the PGA of America's signature event. Legends such as Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, Gary Player, and Ben Hogan have proudly won the PGA multiple times. From Tiger's walk-in birdie putt at the 2000 PGA when he pointed at the disappearing ball, to Bob Tway's hold bunker shot at the 86 PGA. The PGA Championship has produced indelible images and winners. What better place to celebrate 100 years of greatness than at Bellerive Country Club near St. Louis, Missouri? The festivities started early in the week when Hall of Fame shortstop Ozzie Smith, host of the 100th PGA, relied on the unique horsepower of the world-famous Clydesdales to deliver the Wanamaker Trophy to Bellerive. Question is, which golfer took the trophy home?
You're always trying to win a major, but to make it on the century mark would be pretty cool.
I've had my share of chances to win this year as well, and hopefully I'll get it done this week.
It would be a special year to have a chance to win come Sunday.
The Professional Golfers Association of America presents the 2018 PGA Championship. Koepka captures the 100th PGA Championship. Hello friends, I'm Jim Nance and welcome to this historic 100th playing of the PGA Championship from Bellerive Country Club outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Once again, this PGA Championship, the last one to be held in August, attracted the strongest and most global field in golf's only all-professional championship. 97 of the top 100 players in the world rankings were here. They faced an exacting test on a course built by master designer Robert Trent Jones Sr. in 1960 and renovated by his son Reese. The greens are some of the largest in golf, averaging almost 8,200 square feet, and the bunkers are deep and daunting. Bellerive PGA Director of Golf Mike Tucker said golfers will be asked to hit some of the longest bunker shots and lag putts of their careers.
The average bunker shot here is almost 25 yards. That means some of the more extreme bunker shots could be 100 feet or 30 to 40 yards. So something that they're going to have to practice before they get on site.
Let's see who will be remembered as the winner of the 100th PGA Championship. Off early in the first round, perennial contender Ricky Fowler knew 10 of the last 12 majors had been won by first-timers. Even through 7 holes, he eyed this birdie at 17. The 30-footer got him into red numbers. He added 3 more birdies before arriving at the par 5/8. This to go 5 under. A strong start for Ricky.
It was nice to keep it fairly stress-free. Didn't miss many greens and had a few putts that could have went in, but also made a couple nice ones. So a good solid start to the week, and obviously, planning to keep it going this way.
The grouping of Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, and Justin Thomas, winners of 7 PGAs between them, had most of the crowd at sold-out Bellerive following them. Tiger Woods' comeback had been a highlight of the 2018 Major Championship season. Opening with a bogey, Woods then missed the fairway at 11. He'd need another comeback after a double. Woods, as usual, fought back. This birdie at 8 would get him back to even. The strong finish gave him hope.
If I didn't get off to such a bad start, I played well enough to put myself under par, and there are not a lot of guys going to run away with this thing today. The greens are a little bit on the tough side to putt, and if you can make a few birdies here and there, you're doing well.
Justin Thomas birdied 3 of his first 6 holes, but settled for a 69. McIlroy joined Woods at even par 70. Brandon Stone was looking to join South Africans Gary Player and Nick Price with major wins at Bellerive. This for birdie at 16 to get to 3 under. Looking good. Stone playing in just his 7th major. He had another birdie opportunity at 17. And got it.
The game felt really good this morning on the range. Did a few good range sessions the last few days, and then just the rhythm felt great, and just try to stay calm, hold a few beautiful putts on the course, made some great swings, and yeah, to sign for a 66 after the first round is phenomenal.
For the last time, the PGA had its traditional grouping of the year's 3 major champions. Patrick Reed, a Ryder Cup stalwart, won the Masters for his first major title. Brooks Koepka joined Ben Hogan and Curtis Strange as the only player since World War II to win consecutive U.S. Opens. And Francesco Molinari became the first Italian to win a major when he captured the Open Championship at Carnoustie. It was a tale of 2 nines for the trio. They each were 2 over on the front, but Molinari and Koepka found their games on the back 9. At the par 4 12th, this birdie to get Koepka back to even. Koepka added a birdie at 17 for a round of 69. At the par 5 17, Molinari had this short one for birdie. He would save par at 18 for a round of 68. Reed shot 72. Gary Woodland put himself in position to lead for the first time in a major, thanks to making more than 150 feet of putts. He faced this sizable birdie try at 12. With a side door entry, Woodland was now 3 under. He had improved to 5 under when he faced this short one at 17. He would lead day 1 with a round of 64.
Wasn't feeling it, maybe pressing a little bit early, but I really settled in. I played great today all day outside of that, so it was nice to maybe get the jitters off early and get rolling, and I saw some putts go in, and when I see putts go in, things change for me pretty big.
Zach Johnson hasn't won since the 2015 Open Championship. He was 3 under and in the fairway at 18. Make that 4 under after that exquisite approach. Johnson was just 2 back after his round of 66. So the first day leaderboard, led by Woodland. Ian Poulter started strong, 67. Dustin Johnson had a share of the lead at one point. Jordan Spieth was 7 back in his quest for the career Grand Slam.
So excited to be in St. Louis here at Bellerive for the PGA Championship, and we do amazing things through our PGA section here. Gateway PGA Reach had events here. We invited 110 PGA Junior League teams to come out to the event. We did an event with the Urban League here in St. Louis, where we brought young men and women out to the golf course to really showcase the business opportunities in the game, but also to get them accustomed to the environment, what the PGA Championship is all about. You know, we're dedicated to this community, and the events we do really bring back those proceeds right here locally. The long drive competition is always exciting. I mean, these men now hit it incredibly far, but to do it on the golf course where we host the PGA Championship is really exciting.
331.
And to have Bryson go ahead and give his donation to Jared Lyle's family, who unfortunately passed away this week, was really a testament to all the PGA Tour players and everything they do to give back to charity through the game of golf. PGA Reach is our foundation, and we have pillars to PGA Reach, which is really giving back not only to the military, but to youth and to diversity. And we had the opportunity to host the PGA Secretaries Cup, which is for PGA Hope participants who have come back. Maybe they've had an injury, PTSD, and we want them acclimated back into their communities in a way that we can do through the game of golf. And what we found in that is PGA professionals are contributing to helping them change their lives, getting on golf courses, getting back socialized, and being with people that they can relate to and with through the game.
He's on fire today, baby.
And how exciting for us. I think we get far more from donating our time to PGA Hope than we can ever give back.
With most of the field getting its second look at Bellerive, scores were expected to improve Friday. Conditions remained ideal. World number 1 Dustin Johnson was just 1 under through his first 11 holes. This for birdie at 4. He'd shoot 66 to reach 7 under. U.S. Open champion Brooks Koepka already was 5 under for the day. He went flag hunting at the short 3rd hole. The birdie moved him to 6 under for the day. Koepka needed a birdie at the 9th for a round of 62 to match the all-time major record. And he came so close, but the 63 moved Koepka to -8. First round leader Gary Woodland was looking for his first top 10 in his 28th major. His length was on display at the par 5 17th. He reached it in 2. He'd make eagle and get to 8 under. Woodland also took advantage of the only other par 5 on the course, the 8th. This birdie got him to 10 under, and at 130 aggregate, it was the lowest 36-hole score in PGA history.
The fairways you can really attack with the greens being as soft as they are, so keep the ball in the fairway and attack from there. I'm excited about the way the putter feels.
Kevin Kisner, playing alongside Woodland, also was in attack mode. This was his 3rd at the par 5 17. And it was spot on as Kisner moved to 9 under after a round of 64. Charles Schwartzel, the 2011 Masters winner, was getting as hot as the weather. Here he was at the par 3 16. Watches his tee shot, actually takes a peek at the hole. He would birdie and match Koepka's 63, tying the lowest score in PGA history. Thomas Pieters of Belgium was making a move at the par 5 8th. This for birdie. Pieters was positioned nicely after a 66 moved him 3 back. Ricky Fowler was hoping to shed the label as best player not to have won a major. 1 under for the day, he found the fairway at the difficult 10th. And after finding that fairway, he very nearly found the hole just below it. The birdie moved him to 7 under and 3 off the lead. Play was suspended at 3:35 due to storms. Tiger, Justin, and Rory were on the 8th hole. Play would resume Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Half the field returned to the course early, knowing that it was going to be very gettable after Friday's rains. The players could attack the pristine greens. Ricky Fowler wasted no time, taking advantage at the 11th with the soft conditions. This beauty got better and better, and it led to birdie. Fowler had given a shot back when he came to the par 5 17. His third shot right here. And that moved him to 8 under through 36 holes.
I had a few nice par saves out there in the final few holes, so it's always nice to kind of keep the momentum going and, you know, to keep heading the right direction, or at least not fall back.
The grouping of Tiger, Rory, and Justin had a long day ahead of them. 28 holes to go. For Saturday alone, Thomas tried to drive the par 4 11. And from the hollow, he played this beautiful pitch that led to a tap-in birdie to get to 3 under. Tiger also was in position to birdie the 11th. And that got him to 4 under. Could this be his first major in more than a decade? Folks were starting to wonder. Meantime, up ahead at the 14th, Thomas tried to keep his momentum. That beautiful putt got Justin to 4 under, and he was pumped. He had another birdie attempt at 17 to move to 6 under, which is where he finished through 2 rounds.
I was just happy to finally see some putts go in. I felt like I hadn't really made anything the first 27 holes or so. Kind of struggling, trying to find a feel that works, and just kind of ran into something there those last 8 holes.
Woods had fallen back to 3 under while playing the par 5 17. He needed to make something happen. Attacking the par 5, he was home in 2 with an eagle attempt on the way. The putt, not bad. No eagle, but an easy birdie for Tiger.
This golf course is that right now. There's everyone's bunched, and on top of that, if you hit the ball well enough, then you're going to leave yourself in the right sections, and there's not a single putt out here that you're afraid of that is going to get away from you.
The 66 left him just 6 back after 2 rounds. Irishman Shane Lowry's name appeared on the leaderboard. He faced a long birdie try at the 3rd. And that putt was good to the last drop. He was 5 under. Now up ahead to his final hole of the 2nd round, he was 6 under. And would throw a dart into the soft green. The birdie moved him into 5th place at -7. So by late Saturday morning, we were through 2 rounds of the 100th PGA Championship. Gary Woodland's 130 total matched the lowest in major history. Adam Scott's 65 moved him into contention. Ben Kern was the lone PGA club professional to make the cut. Phil Mickelson was among 4 major champions to miss the cut. The top 20 PGA club professionals come each year to compete alongside the world's best for a chance at the Wanamaker Trophy. They were led by Ryan Vermeer of Omaha, Nebraska, who was the winner of the 2018 PGA Professional Championship at Bayonet Black Horse in Seaside, California. The only PGA Club professional to make the cut was Ben Kern of the Georgetown Country Club in Georgetown, Texas. This birdie putt on Friday was the deciding factor.
How clutch is that?
What a fantastic finish.
Go ahead, Ben, exhale. That was a beauty.
Birdie in that last hole is just making the week even better. It's been a blast so far, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. The highlight of the week is definitely just playing in front of all these people. It's blasting, the grandstands up, people cheering when you make a putt. That's just so cool. It's not something I get week in, week out. Deep down, I've got a little bit of game left, and obviously this week it's definitely shining through a little bit. I had a great tournament last week, which kind of gave me some momentum into this week, and I've just been making the most of it.
He is just huffing and puffing away and having a great time. Boy, Ben, good work.
It was a quick turnaround to start the third round on Saturday. After record-setting scores through 36 holes, the theme was to stay aggressive. 14-time major champion Tiger Woods was just 6 back, and he had Bellerive jumping with a great birdie chance at 1. And Tiger was pumped as well with his enormous gallery in tow. Friday's rain delay meant Brooks Koepka, Kevin Kisner, and Gary Woodland would be in the final grouping. This was new territory for Woodland, who had never led or even had a top 10 in a major.
And now on the tee, from Topeka, Kansas, Gary Woodland.
Woodland missed the opening fairway with an iron. Koepka had chosen driver and split the first fairway and had just a flip wedge into the opening green. Koepka knocked it tight as he was overpowering Bellerive and the world's best. The tap-in birdie moved him to -9. At the par 5 8th, Woods was 3 under for his round. Playing his third shot into the only par 5 on the opening 9, and Tiger liked it. Now with a great chance to get to -8. And Woods was just 2 back. Koepka was tied for the lead with Woodland, eyeing a birdie at the 5th. Koepka had the lead to himself at 11 under. Could he win his 3rd major in his last 6 major championship starts? Ricky Fowler, bothered by an abdominal strain, parred his first 5 holes. And then at the difficult 6th, he made it look easy with this pure tee shot. Fowler moved to 9 under. Beware the wounded golfer. "2013 Masters champion Adam Scott was making a move. This for eagle at the 8th. He would make birdie and rise to 9 under. Fowler was 2 back, but came up short with his 2nd at the par 5 8th. Still a chance to make birdie if he can get up and down. Beautifully judged. Fowler now just one behind at -10. Woodland was 5 under on Bellerive's 2 par 5s in the first 2 rounds, and he had another eagle try at the 8th. The 2-putt birdie kept him one behind Koepka, who also birdied the par 5 8th. Now Koepka trying to follow the line for birdie at the 9th. And he was right on it, shooting 30 on the front. With Woodland's bogey at 9, Koepka suddenly led by 3 at the turn. Woods was among 10 players within 5 shots. Former PGA champion Jason Day hadn't made much noise. He was bunkered at 13. And produced a roar. The unlikely birdie moved Jason Day to 7 under. Woodland faced a difficult bunker shot of his own at the 10th.
He knows he's got to get it up a ridge, and he's completely got it wrong.
Woodland would triple the 10th and fall 6 back. Matt Wallace at the long 16th, a 5-iron, 232 yards. An ace for the Englishman. Just the 5th hole-in-one at a PGA in the last decade. Woods had made 8 consecutive pars, but he looked to change that when he reached the par 5 17th in 2. He powered his eagle try 4 feet past the hole and had this for birdie.
You never expected that. Not in a million years.
Koepka's lead was now 5, but he was in trouble at 14. And he was left with a long bunker shot, which would lead to bogey and drop him to -12. Spaniard John Rahm was 2 under for the day when he came to 16 and faced a long birdie. Rahm dropped the putt to move into 2nd place in a tie at 8 under. Woodland was trying to recover from that triple bogey back at 10. This for birdie at 14. And now he was part of the 2nd place log jam. After Tiger's torrid start, he had made 9 straight pars as he faced his 2nd at the 18th. It appeared online, and for a moment you thought it would be close, but it backed away, led to a 2-putt par in a round of 66.
I hit it good on the back 9 today. I just didn't make anything, and I struggled with hitting the putts hard enough on the back 9 as the greens were starting to slow up a little bit, and I made an adjustment over at 17, and so I'm going to make sure I get to the hole and I blow it by 4 feet and then miss it. And so I just got to make the adjustments better than I did today.
Jason Day was looking for more magic around the greens. This was for eagle at 17. And though it was just short, the birdie moved Day to -8, where he finished. Adam Scott needed a special invite from the PGA just to get into the field. He was 4 back and on the tee at 16. This gorgeous tee shot moved him even closer. Rahm had the momentum after his birdie at 16. Now a much shorter birdie try at 17. To get to 9 under. Scott had one of the day's best rounds going. A chance for another birdie at 17. And Adam Scott was just 1 behind Koepka. Rahm was looking to close his round with 3 consecutive birdies and reach 10 under if he could hold this one. He ended up shooting 66, but the 23-year-old was in contention at another major. Scott was also looking for a closing birdie for 3 in a row to end the round after a beautiful approach into 18. But it slid away, still shooting 65 and moving him to 10 under and in Sunday's final group.
Well, I've driven it well, which is kind of the strength of my game, and that's trickled down into the irons, and I've hit a lot more greens and kind of takes the pressure off everything. I've actually putted well this week too. It's been really solid. I need a really great day tomorrow.
Fowler was even for the day and had a chance to pick up 2 shots at 17. Very nearly knocked it in. The birdie, though, pushed him to 9 under. Koepka's 5-shot lead had been trimmed to 1 as he walked up 17 and had a close-range look at eagle. Way offline this time, but the birdie pushed the lead back to 2 at 12 under. Fowler's long day was almost over. Could he end it with a birdie? Just not enough steam. It would be a round of 69, but he would be in position to make a run at his first major at 9 under. Woodland had led after the first 2 rounds, but was now chasing. This was to end Saturday with a birdie. Woodland would shoot 71 and would be 3 off the lead at -9. Koepka with a chance to push the lead to 3. A closing par and a 2-shot lead heading to Sunday.
Just stay in the moment. I think that's the big thing. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't think about anything else. Just wake up, do the same routine I've been doing, and come out here and play.
Koepka's 66 had him in position to win his 3rd major in the last 14 months. So with 18 holes to play at the season's final major, Tiger's name loomed large on the first page, while Justin Thomas had given himself a chance to defend his title. Spieth's hopes for the career Grand Slam were over for 2018. Next year, the PGA Championship moves to May. Here's what President Paul Levy had to say about the change.
We think the move to May is very strategic for the PGA and what's best for the tournament. By going to May, we avoided every 4 years having to move the championship, and it had the benefit of aligning very well with the current majors, the Masters in April, PGA Championship in May, US Open in June, and in the Open in July. Coming to a city like St. Louis, first of all, I cannot tell you what the unbelievable support we've had from the city, Bellerive Country Club. You know, we have spectators from over 50 states, so from around the country, over 20 countries outside the United States. But the economic impact's a little over $100 million. So you're talking about in 1 week, the world, people from all over this country coming to St. Louis and spending over $100 million that week. So it's a great economic boom for the city of St. Louis, and the support we have has just been overwhelming. In celebration of the rich 100-year history of the PGA Championship, we had a fan contest to determine the greatest championship. And here's how the votes tallied up.
First hole of the playoff, Tiger Woods for his birdie.
Oh, he's running after it. He ran after it. He got there before the ball did.
I don't believe it.
How about that? We've never seen him do that.
17th hole, 2 good saves. And over to the 18th.
I had a chance to make the birdie putt, and I had, gosh, must have been 40 feet.
How good would that be? It was quality play, making birdie after birdie, shot after shot. That was unreal.
Major championship number 5. After 3 exciting rounds was the 100th PGA Championship headed for a playoff. Its first since 2011. Here's the dramatic finish. Bellerive is only 18 miles from the iconic Gateway Arch in St. Louis. Brooks Koepka armed with a 2-shot lead over Adam Scott, just 18 holes away from winning his first PGA and from taking his 3rd major in the last 6 major championship starts. The winner had come from the final pairing in 18 of the last 20 PGAs. Stewart Cink, meantime, hadn't won since the 2009 Open Championship at Turnberry. This birdie at 3 to move him within 4. The 45-year-old Cink looked rejuvenated. Woods, 4 back, needed a fast start. At the 2nd, after hitting his tee shot dangerously close to the hazard, he gave the fans an early thrill with this approach that led to birdie. He took dead aim at the par 3 third.
You did quite well with that. Wow, that is sending a message to the golfing world.
Koepka could hear the roars, and he hoped to answer at the first. Koepka got his own cheer, and he was up by 3. Scott knew he'd have to make more putts. He faced this ticklish putt for par at 1. And the bogey dropped him 4 behind Koepka. Up ahead at the 11th, Thomas Pieters was facing this birdie chip. He was making a move. With the flagstick out, he found the hole to get to 9 under. Back to Koepka. After a 3-putt bogey at the 4th, he faced more problems at number 5. Having a hard time managing it out of the thick rough, it led to another bogey and dropped him to 11 under. Justin Thomas was trying to become the first to defend the PGA Championship since Tiger back in 06 and 07. And this birdie at 7 would tie Thomas for the lead, joining Koepka at 11 under. But at the 9th, things came undone for the 2017 Player of the Year. He missed a short birdie try, and then this comeback for par lived out. An unlikely 3-putt, leaving Thomas dejected and 1 shot off the lead. As for the winner at Carnoustie a month before Bellerive, Molinari on Sunday actually got as close as 2, making birdies at 9 and 10. Unable to reach the par 5 8th and 2, Woods needed to get it close from the bunker. And that he did, setting up birdie. Minus 10, 2 off the lead. 1 over for the day. Scott needed to make a move. A birdie try at 7. And he was back to 10 under. Koepka's 3-shot lead was gone. But he faced a birdie chance at the 7 to swing the momentum back. And that got him back on top at 12 under. This PGA was going to be decided on the back 9. Thomas needed to somehow try to make up for the bogey at the 9th. And he was suddenly re-energized with that one. 1 behind Koepka. Jon Rahm was even par through 7 holes and losing ground. However, a chance to make up ground in a hurry with an eagle chip at the 8th. It would set up birdie to move Rahm to 10 under. He'd finish at minus 11. Woods was in trouble off the tee at the 9th. And off the hard pan lie, he hit one of his best shots of the week. He failed to hit a single fairway on the front 9, but still was 2 under through the first 8 with an uphill putt to shoot 32 on the front. The fist pump said it all, needing only 10 putts on the front 9. However, Koepka was beginning to look unflappable again as he faced this birdie putt at the 8th. To raise the lead back to 2. Scott wasn't going away after a scratchy start. He had an eagle try at 8. The chip was online. It led to a birdie and matched Koepka's 4 at the 8th. Meanwhile, the drivable par 4 11th was a key hole. After hooking his drive, Thomas faced a difficult second near the 12th tee. What an excellent recovery shot for Thomas. He walked the birdie putt in and was just 1 back. At 15, Thomas Pieters was continuing his late charge. This to move within 2 at 11 under. And the Belgian bomber was making noise. Koepka found a fairway bunker at the 9th. But that did not present a problem. What a wonderful shot, spinning back to within 6 feet. Now a chance for 3 straight birdies. Koepka with a fist pump of his own, and he was back in control at minus 14. Koepka had regained his 2-shot lead, but 4 players, including Tiger, were within 3. Peters was running out of holes, but not hope. At the long par 3 16th, Peters didn't even bother to watch the ball till it landed, picked up his tee, and faced another makeable birdie putt. From 10 feet away to move within 2, he had done it. Now 3 behind, Woods again needed to recharge. Much to the dismay of Tiger and the crowd, everyone who tried to will it in, it would lead to a par, keeping him 3 behind. Koepka's shot rolled into the greenside bunker at 10. The beautiful bunker play stopped just short. A fine par to stay 2 up with 8 to play. Adam Scott was 3 behind, but had a chance to pick up a stroke with a birdie at 10. And into a tie for second. At the 12th, Woods hit another fairway. And the wondrous approach settled inside of 8 feet for birdie. He was 2 back after he holed that putt at minus 12. Thomas, meantime, needed a par at 14. And shockingly, for the second time in 5 holes, he had missed from short distance, and his chance of defending was essentially over. Woods kept the pressure on with another great approach at 13. And now eyeing with great intensity a birdie putt. He knew it. Tiger just 1 behind Koepka as the fans roared their approval throughout the St. Louis sky. After a disastrous double bogey at 17, Peters had a birdie putt at the 72nd. The par left him 10 under and a round of 66 on Sunday. At the 12th, Scott to get within 1. Joining Woods at 13 under, right on Koepka's heels. Scott had honors at 13T. With the flagstick just a few steps off the right edge of the green, and somehow Scott daringly went right after it. Now, could Koepka answer, playing alongside Scott? Yes, indeed. Scott was away by inches and had a putt to tie the lead. Joining Koepka at 14 under. Now again, the pressure on the massive shoulders of Brooks Koepka. And this time, it did not drop. So Scott and Koepka left the 13th green tied at the top. Woods was just one behind the co-leaders and chose iron off the 14th. And he knew right away it was wide right. Into the thick stuff. Woods now to save par. The cruel lip out dropped him 2 behind. Woods split the fairway at 15. Had to go flag hunting again.
This is vintage.
Once again, Woods was just one back and the crowd was loving it. Meantime, behind him, Koepka and Scott were tied, and in the 15th fairway was Koepka. Settling 12 feet under the hole. This for the lead alone. Justin Thomas had given a valiant defense of his title from Quail Hollow in Charlotte from the year before, but came up just short. Had this to finish with birdie at the 72nd. He would close at 10 under.
He's playing so well, hitting so many good putts. You know, kind of had that fluke 3-putt there on 9, but man, I really made some clutch putts, hit some clutch shots, and then just to kind of have it all flip and not finish very well, it definitely stings.
After a terrific tee shot at 16, Koepka had this putt to go up by 2. Right in the heart. And now Koepka had breathing room with 2 to play. At 45, Sink showed he could still play with the young guys. He had this to close with birdie. What a nice way to end it. Sink finishing tied for 4th with Jon Rahm at -11. Tiger wasn't going to win this PGA, but he hoped to give the fans one last thrill. Which he did. A closing 64, his lowest final round in a major.
These fans were so positive all week, and I can't thank them enough. What they were saying out there and what it meant to me as a player, and just coming back and trying to win a major championship again. And I would never have foreseen that a year ago, and just so thankful to be here.
Koepka had the victory stroll up the 18th. His mom and girlfriend waiting for the soon-to-be PGA champion. Scott held his head high after his first top 5 in a major in 3 years. This par, putt to tie Woods for second, was just short, and Scott would finish alone in third.
I had high hopes for today, especially with 4 or 5 to go, being tied with Brooks, but you know, I'm definitely playing a lot better and moving in the right direction.
At this point, Koepka could 3-putt and still win. The tap in, and Brooks Koepka was your 100th PGA champion. He celebrated with his caddy, Ricky Elliott. And girlfriend, Jenna Sims. And his mom, Denise.
How are you?
Congratulations.
And now it is my privilege to present the Wanamaker Trophy to the player who beat the strongest field in golf to win the 100th PGA Championship, Brooks Koepka.
First golf lessons I ever got were from a PGA professional, Warren Botke, and to have him teach me the game and really have an understanding of the game. And I'm sure he's enjoying this back home, and I can't wait to share it with him. Adam Scott, he was kind of my idol growing up, and to play with him in the final round of a major with Tiger creeping up the leaderboard, it's what I dreamed of when I was a little kid. When you can win against the best players in the world at their best, and you know, I was obviously at my best. That's what makes this really enjoyable. To have my name on that trophy with so many accomplished players, best players in the game, I've won that trophy, and to add my name to that is special, and especially with my 100th start, winning in the 100th PGA Championship is pretty unique and special, and something I'll never forget.
Koepka became just the 5th player to win the U.S. Open and the PGA in the same year, and Woodland finally had his first top 10 in a major. Justin Rose had the lowest aggregate score in the 4 majors at 12 under. Join us next year in May at Bethpage Black for the 101st PGA Championship.